Okay, hello. This is the third VIM sprint out of 5 sessions. Today we will focus on commands a little more. And similar to yesterday, we're going to go as I go along with the sessions. You can just follow me along in your own VI. So open them up now if you have time. So if you have VI, if you're using VI on the ErisOne server, copy that into your home directory. If you're using PNL server, copy that into your home directory. And if you don't have access to the servers, just download this file from the web, or just open any file and just write anything for about 5 lines. Yep. On the first day, we focused on the HJKL. I'm repeating this all the time instead of using arrows. So you can put numbers in front of it, 3J, 10L. We tried caret, moving around fast, caret for the first letter, $sign to the end, GG, top, capital G, bottom, H for high screen, L for low screen, DU, Control D and U, down and up is good. And FA, this is something that I use very often. Go to first A that you see in the forward direction. If you want to find the first A in the backward direction, use capital F. Yeah, and move by word is W, move by a word backwards is a B. And we did something yesterday, like deleting, like using X. And we can also put numbers in front of it, like 2X. If you type capital D, that's going to delete everything from the point of your cursor to the end of that line. If you do double D, it's going to delete the whole line. And DK, DJ, DK is fairly similar. And we also did copying. Copying starts with capital Y for copying the whole line. It's coming from the yanking. So you're yanking a line and then pasting it. So there's 2 types of paste. You can paste it 1 line below or 1 line up. So a small p for pasting it for the line below, capital P for pasting it the line above. And you can paste it more than once. If you yank the line and then say 100p, then you will paste the line that you copied for 100 times. We also did visual mode for selecting. If you type V, you will go into visual mode and then you can move around. Then you will yank them. Then you are copying them. We also tried Control V for block visual, for selecting blocks rather than lines. So that was Control V. And other things are fairly similar to just visual mode, Control V and V. And I think I skipped last time about the capital V. Many times when you're using scripts, you want to copy the whole line. You want to select the whole line. So if you press Shift V, capital V, that's going to select all lines. Select document by lines. Yeah, you can try them if you have your VIM open now. Yeah, today we're going to do a little more commands. So I think I showed you a little bit of this yesterday in questions. If you do colon and exclamation mark and ls, it's going to run ls inside VIM. Try this now. If you do this, you are running ls of the desktop directory inside your home directory, and it will show the outputs. You can also do this. This is running a Linux command inside VIM. But this just shows you the outputs, and then if you press any other keys, then it comes back to VIM. But sometimes you want to read the outputs from the Linux commands. Say, if you want to read a text file that is on the home directory, if you do this, :R for read, and some text file, it's going to read whatever is in that text file into your current VIM. Also, if you do R and then run Linux commands, and then input to the Linux command, it's going to read whatever's in downloads under the home directory into your VIM now. Try that if you can now. And this is a new thing that we're going to do today. Search in normal mode. So if you want to the point in VIM was moving faster than in general editors, general writers. So if you see a word, you tend to think, okay, I'm gonna press J 10 times, and then I'm gonna move to the right about 20 times. You can do that. But if you see a word and you think it's very specific to the point that you're seeing, then you can search that word. Say, if you see a ha on the screen and you wanna move there, you do slash ha and then enter, then your cursor will move there. If you have another ha in the document, then you can press N to go to the next ha. If you press capital N, then it will take you to the previous ha, right? And if you do slash something, it will get highlighted. So in order to put the highlights off, you do colon no H, no highlight. Yep. Similar to the search, you can substitute whatever words into different words or whatever letter into different letters. So say if you do colon S for substitute, you're gonna change WA into capital HH. Then if you do this, when your cursor is here, it's gonna change the W, it will change the first WA into two capital H's. So bear in mind the W, which is not on the first position, which is this, the second W, is not affected. Similarly, if you do substitute W into capital H, we'll just change the first W into capital H. If you want to change everything in the line, put /G for global, then it's going to change the W into H as well as the second W into H. It works by a line. Say you want to change all of W's in the documents, then this is what you do. If you put % sign in front of your S, so colon %S slash whatever you want to change slash into what slash and global, then it's going to change every W in every line in any position into capital H, like this. Sometimes there are a few specific lines where you want to change. So you can select them by going to visual mode. And then before pressing ESC or anything, go into visual mode and then move around. And then if you press colon, you will see weird sign like this. So your colon will be changed into this automatically. Then you write S / W / capital H / G. And it will change, the W's in the selected lines will be changed into H. Okay. That's what we're gonna do today. Okay. Let's try doing that. So I'm in RGS now. I'm gonna copy text file, and then I'm gonna open the text file. It's the text that we've been using. Let's repeat what we did on the first day. Let's try moving around. My cursor is here. I move around by 10 L. 10L, 10K. So if I want to move to here, I'll probably do 15J, 2 up, end of line, 1 up again. If I want to move it here, about 10J, 1 up, maybe 9Ds, move here, try something like this. So caret, $, capital H, capital L, control down, and control up. You can also find capital S coming on my forward direction, F capital S, and backwards like N, capital F and capital N. Move it. Yeah, that was practical from the first day. We also tried deleting yesterday. So try deleting by pressing X. And 10X, maybe 20X, and try also capital D. And we'll delete the whole line by double D, and we'll delete 100 lines by 100 D. And I'm gonna repeat again by pressing dots, and again by pressing dots. Yeah, and I wanna undo it by pressing U, U again, U again. I wanna undo everything that I did here. And if I wanna redo it, it was Control R, Control R. Oh yes, that little sign, which looks like caret, is Control in Mac. Control R. If you do Control R, it redoes the change that I undid. Right. Now let's try copy. It was capital Y for copying the whole line. Y, and then you can paste it somewhere else, like here. And you can also paste it again. Say I want to paste it here, right? And say I want to paste it 100 times. See? Yep. Now you get that. And we could select by going into visual mode, Control, just simple V. Then you will see this visual. Yeah. Now you can move around, selecting them. Bear in mind, every motion keys work in visual. So you can go to the bottom of your document by capital G, go to the top of the document by double G. So yeah, your motion keys work in visual mode. We could also select by blocks, Control V. You can select blocks like this. You can copy by Y, and you can paste it somewhere else by P. Okay. That was from yesterday. From today, let's try. Yeah, let's try running ls, which is a Linux command inside VIM. So colon, and then the mark. We are not seeing colon. Okay. ls. If you do this, it will show the list of files that I have in the same directory that I opened VIM. Let's see, how can you? I'll do it again. Colon, exclamation mark, ls. You can see the outputs of ls. You can see cat output of practice. You can do ls. I want to what's in my desktop. Yep. Maybe you can copy them. Or we have a better way of doing this. Say I want to read in the outputs from the ls. I'm going to do colon with colon R, which is read in the space, exclamation mark, I'm going to run ls. Then it's going to read in the outputs from the ls. Okay. Now your files are inside of them. So now you can copy them, paste them, delete them. You can delete 20 of them. Yep. Now let's try search. Search might be easier this way. Okay, my document is here. Say I want to move to done here. My cursor is currently here, but I want to move it to done. We can also do like 20 J's and go to the end and find this done, like here. But we can also do slash and done and enter. Then it will just take you there. So your cursor is here now. I'll find another word. I'll find code. If it's not the code that I wanted, press N for going forward, going downwards, capital N for going backwards. Okay, try this. I'm going to find the TV now. Yeah, TV is here. I want to see whether there's any other TVs in the document. Try by N. There's another TV here. Another there. Another there. Yeah. So you can easily move around. But I don't want to see that highlights every time. So when I finish searching them, I can do colon NOH, no highlights. No highlights. Yeah. Now I want to change the TV into radio. Go to the line that you see the TV and do colon, substitute, slash, TV into radio. My cursor is here. Try now. Change the radio. I'll also change the town into Boston. I'll do, my cursor is here, and colon S slash town slash Boston. Yep, just changed here. But it only changes without G at the end. It only changes the first word that occurs in the line. So say I want to change both the same word. Say I will change every A into capital Z here. If you want to do that, if you do colon S slash A into capital Z, you have to put slash G for global changes. Okay, all A's have been changed into capital Z. No highlights. And if you change every A that's in the document, let's do colon, %, and change for substitute, and the slash A into capital Z, slash, and G. It's going to change every A into capital Z in the documents. Yeah. Okay. Similar to yesterday, there's a resources. The same resources attached to the PDF file that I'm going to send you. And just to go back again, today we did running Linux command inside VIM and reading commands with reading the outputs from the Linux commands into the VIM. We did that, and we did a search. So from this point, JNK HL is also useful, but if you want to see a word that you want to move to, try using search. So when you read a script, when you find a word that you want to move to, slash, and then ha, and then N for going forward, capital N for going backwards. Substitute is this one's a fairly simple one. There's another tool called regex, which is a little more complicated than this. But at this point, we're going to stick with the simple version. Okay, if you want to change everything in the document, just put the % in front of it, and just remember that if you don't have slash G at the end, it only changes the first word. Okay, that was it. I'll stop the recording.